All right, guys, here we are, Week 5, Game 5 in the Race Survival Series. And we have a rematch from Week 2. We have our defending kind of king of the hill here, sSak. So far killing it for Team Terran, the first Terran fielded. And he's already eliminated Ruin, Yabsab, and Tyson. The last remaining Zerg, it's Soma. But let's not forget, in week number 2, Soma was the last remaining Zerg. And then he all killed the team of Terran players, which included sSak in the very final game. A really close one on Destination. If you didn't check out that series, definitely worthwhile. Soma showing just how ludicrous he is. So, a little bit of a rematch here a few weeks later. We'll see if sSak is able to fare any better than what we saw previously. Throws down his depot here at the wall. This is Largo, by the way. A great 4-player map. And the bottom right position is a fantastic one to go ahead and do a wall in. You can have your Marines pop out on the inside and make a Zergling type wall in. So very, very strong. And you see here that Soma has actually gone for an overpool, it looks like. Yeah, so overpool not as popular in this matchup. Honestly, I don't know that much about it. In fact, I get a little bit confused when I hit it because like the lings come at a weird time where it's like not quite 9 pool and it's not quite 12 pool. Somewhere in between there. But yeah, Soma is like maybe the strategic leader of Zerg in a lot of ways right now. Maybe the smartest Zerg out there. Obviously there's a few that you can consider like Hero and Queen as well, who are always innovating quite a bit for the race. But yeah, I'm sure Soma has very well thought out reasons for what he's doing here. Now, the hatchery goes down. Extractor on the way. Only a couple lings. Okay, 4 lings now. We'll see if he makes another pair here momentarily as he gets the minerals. And yeah, going up to 6 Zerglings. A little bit stifled out. Second depot does get started, so sSak going to be completely fine. There's no way on Earth that he's going to take any damage from that coming in. And is actually getting his gas, but it's like a little bit of a late gas. This is a funny looking build, actually. Because it's a late gas. Normally you would start it right after. So this is actually about 30 seconds later than a normal gas. Okay, so I think he's trying to make this look like it's just completely a barracks expand. Oh, you got to pull that back. Yeah, that's the one location they can actually hit through the wall. And 2 SCVs going to come up to repair, so he's actually going to be fine. The second Marine was a little bit late, which goes along with his build order quite well. But yeah, looks like he will end up being completely fine. He can get that command center back going up. And now the factory gets started. All right, so yeah, this is the factory. This is tricky. I don't know that Soma will actually read this correctly because there's a wall in, so he doesn't have full vision. The SCV had to come off the barracks to help repair, so it's hard, even if you get your Overlord over there, to spot the difference in timing. Now, what is the build going to be from sSak? Like, I could see him maybe trying to go for, like, Speed Vulture here with this to be tricky. Maybe it's just a Hidden Goliath build, like with a slightly faster expansion, since he has the wall in. Yeah, it could be that. sSak actually is extremely good at mech against Zerg. It also could be any sort of Valkyrie builder 1-1-1 as well. So we're going to see that momentarily, but I am... Well, how do you say it? It's like I'm all ears, but no one's saying anything to me, so I'm all eyes. My attention is on this to see what it's going to be. Okay, that quick add-on does make me think it's going to be my original guess there of the Speed Vulture. And a starport coming up. So, quite likely Speed Vulture drop, but based on the timing of the Spire, I don't think so. Yeah, so Armory is on the way. This could actually be Goliath Valkyrie. Let's see. Vulture. Speed, okay. Guess I'm second guessing myself a bit too much, but just based on the timing he got the gas, like his gas allowed him to get the layer started before 3 minutes, so it makes me a little bit nervous about how long Vulture speed takes. Now, it is going to be Valkyries coming up. There's the engineering bay. Has to make turrets to go along with this as well. This feels like a very strange build from sSak. Is he going to be able to actually defend everything Soma does? Now, we have a hatchery coming up in the top left. Notice that there is no sunken, so he is still unawares that there are vultures being made. I think he's actually going to be rather surprised when his mutas fly in and meet a Valkyrie shortly thereafter. Now, honestly, his mutas aren't going to be able to fly in very quickly, because I think what we're going to see here is these vultures are going to run out right before the mutas get here, and the mutas are going to have to chase them. Because if you don't, you lose every single drone. And this is actually really similar to what he did against Soma the last time they played in the Race Survival series. Last time he did go speed vultures as well and killed a lot, and it turned into a crazy base trade. All right, here come the speed vultures now. Notice how the mutas can't go to attack sSak. That buys him a lot of time. He has like one turret only. Yeah, the vulture's going up and around. Creep colony on the way. Looks like Vulture's going to go ahead and scout for a third base. I think he's going to check up here. Oh, by the way, this is not Largo. Sorry, it's Allegro, which is an alternate version of Largo, by the way. It's just, you can see the center is a little bit smaller. Still, the expansions are all in the same places, and a lot of the terrain is actually exactly the same. All right, so 2 speed vultures here, kind of patrolling and seeing that. A lot of Scourge being fielded with those mutas, actually. All right, gonna run in. Does snipe a single drone right there. Oh my god, the mutas turn around. This is fantastic for sSak right now. The fact that he got them to turn around, like, Soma has been unable to put in any damage so far. And look, he's getting like 4 drones total. Yeah, so 4 drones end up falling. Now, some mutas finally do hit, but let's see what he can do with those Scourge. Oh my god. He's actually missing his Valkyrie micro there slightly. Does put a bunch of damage onto one of those Scourge. And there you go. Beautifully done with the Valkyrie slide there. Now 3 Valks are out. And, okay, he does have +1 halfway done. Oh, a Valkyrie does end up falling, so nice pick off there. But with 2, you're still completely fine. Some mines have been laid, so Ling's coming up to clean this isn't going to work out. There is a muta being made, so the muta will be able to push that vulture away. Good micro from Soma. Playing on the knife's edge right now. Valkyries can really, really wreck those mutas if they actually take full hits. Oh, and he picks off another one. Really well done, and you can see still the muta's getting pretty shredded. But he's picked off 2 Valkyries so far, which is really, really nice. We have that Lurker upgrade coming up. So, really important to see, obviously, when your opponent goes Valkyrie, you do not generally want to stay on Mutalisks. It does not pay, doesn't work out most of the time. But sSak getting ready for that transition as well. He knows, of course, that Soma is not going to sit there and just make Mutalisks until he dies. And he is getting into his science vessels. Could see some siege tanks created as well. I'd actually be surprised if he doesn't end up making some. I definitely wants to get his stim and range upgrades and add a couple more barracks as well. He's got 42 SCVs right now. You can see that's where a big part of the advantage of this game is. Look at this, 27 workers only against 42 from sSak. sSak still running around with a few vultures. Has good intel overall. Has a very good idea of what's going on. Scanners coming up as well. Other barracks. Radiate on the way. Soma taking this advantage to drone up as heavily as he possibly can. He's got very few units on the map right now, but actually runs up with his lurkers. I actually was not even looking for this, because that did not even occur to me as something that could be done, and I think you see why right there. A couple lurkers popping basically instantly. He did kill a tank, and sometimes that's the move that you're actually looking for. If you can reduce tank counts, it allows you to get into your defilers more easily. People have become so good at picking off siege tanks that a lot of the times they aren't used as much anymore. Couple vultures going into this third base location. And not going to get that much damage done, but it does show him where the mutas are for now. Hurts the economy just a little bit. Second vessel is on the way. Irradiate done being researched. Has 1 Valkyrie remaining here as well. Second armor, or second eBay going up. Funny building layout here as well for sSak. A little bit messy, but that's okay. Ooh, these mines could end up being bad. Never mind. 1 Ling will run through all 3. They'll all blow up and it won't die. Excellent. Okay, so... Ooh. A little bit of move commanding going on. Mutas flying in. These mutas are just trying to buy time, and it's actually working beautifully. Look at sSak's army kind of mirror where they're going. I don't think Soma has any real intention to try to do any real harassment with them. Since he's playing against turrets, stim bio, Valkyries, irradiate, everything. Alright, that is a good amount of lurkers, though. Let's see this. Okay, comes up and engages. A good irradiate there on the mutas. Definitely worthwhile to irradiate the mutas. In fact, Soma having a little bit of a hard time clearing that out. Now, here we go. Coming up once again. The mutas trying to pick off a siege tank. We won't quite get it. Get it down to about half health. The siege tanks pick off one of those lurkers. sSak pushing forward here once again. Soma re-maneuvering back and forth. He is trying to force siege up. I actually kind of think sSak should just be attacking. But you see the amount of time he's buying right now. Consume is halfway done, so it's not that far off. He just needs to make him siege like twice more, and he's set. In fact, honestly, with this sunken placement, you can see how he's spread them far apart and one way up front. That's to force the tanks to siege further back than they normally would. And with this many lurkers, oh god. Okay, well, he's going to try to bust, but, like, there's just too many lurkers. There's going to be consume here momentarily. He does get a radiate off. Notice how this is on the hold position. Another defiler does come out. Oh, my god. Okay, he is going to get one Dark Swarm off. There we go. Runs up, burrows those lurkers, and Soma will end up holding. sSak with some great pressure there. If he was just a little bit quicker on that push, he might have been able to kill Soma, but Soma holding on tight. Another defiler coming up. Very, very importantly, no irradiates left over, which means, yeah, he's going to be able to continue to hold on. Meanwhile, we have these mutas waiting for possible drops or anything like that. Nidus is up over at this base. Only 1 lurker on defense, so things could end up going wrong there. In the meantime, more barracks have been made. This is such a dirty building layout. Very hard to macro something like that as sSak. We hear some more consumes going down from this defiler. Time to push forward. Oh, actually gets a lurker pick. Very nice. Soma a little bit slow on that. I think he wasn't expecting that move. A lot of times you'll see that coming. You'll just back up. Mines being laid. Oh, this is a super cool move. You know, when they're trying to take the 4th base, generally they'll just kind of push down the ramp. But here it's going to be a lot harder. The Marines can catch anything trying to come as well. A few more units coming up. Vultures doing a little bit of harassment on these drones. Not bad. This group still kind of in the center here. Picking off anything that he possibly can. Not very much to pick off. Plague just finished up here as well, so Soma can start grinding down some of these forward groups. You know, that Plague is really where these types of containment groups have a much harder time. You start plaguing them, medics run out of energy, it becomes very difficult to deal with. But look at this, he actually brings his siege tanks over to this location, and this is like a hard contain on the 3rd. This is really cool to see. You never see anyone actually bring their tanks and lay mines here. Honestly, like, I mean, this is all I do is watch and play this game, and I tell you, I don't think I've ever seen this. Like, laying the mines, the Arc of Marines, and the siege tanks. How is Soma supposed to take a 4th base? It's like impossible. His more mobile groups are over here kind of keeping Soma in check, and Soma just can't really get down this ramp. Fantastic. Just great stuff that we're seeing here from sSak. He is really having an amazing night here in week 5. All right, Soma trying to push down now. Jumping his lurkers forward. Okay, yeah, look at this. Picking off those mines. Of course, you know, lurkers burrowed under Darkstorm can't be hit by the siege tank fire. Before they burrow, they sure can, though. Yeah, kills off another one there. But with the Dark Storm, with this many lurkers, it looks like this is going to be pushed all the way back. And he should be able to get this base up now. But a Radiate City is coming. Look at that. Mass irradiates going down. Soma in a very tough position. How do you battle back from this? 2-1 upgrades even for sSak right now. Just +1 carapace for Soma. Soma right now getting that Defiler energy so he can cast a few more spells. Let's take a look at sSak's base. sSak has that 3rd base up. Looks like he's spreading out some more bio. I think he's probably thinking about taking another base. 4 dropships ready here as well. You know, Soma's bringing basically everything to the front. Oh my god, runs in and picking off some of these lurkers before they can even get into position. This one gets pulled back at very low health. Another Darkstorm goes down, but the forced cancel has already occurred. Now, sSak has done gigantic damage. He's way up in supply. Soma has a solid drone count. He has a good amount of hatcheries. He can make a lot of units right now, but he's definitely way behind in upgrades. And behind in expansions, truly. Like, he needs 1 more base at this point. Even if he gets 1 more base now, it's still sSak's advantage. So Soma's got to get that to happen pretty quickly. Now, 4 dropships is serious business. If these get in anywhere, it's going to be bad news. But look at this. Soma has a huge amount of patrolling lings and a bunch of Scourge waiting for a move like this. On the other side, you know what? He has an okay amount of Scourge. They aren't in position yet. He had the Mutas here before to stop a move like this. But we don't see that at the moment. These Scourge coming out, going after these vessels. I mean, honestly, even if they hit the vessels, that wouldn't be the worst thing. Oh, God. He's actually bringing these to the other location, the main base. Just kind of dive bombing out. He does have Fire Bats in here, so the Fire Bats will help him against these mass lings. Wow, cleans that up so well. Fire Bat holding everything back as the Marines stim up towards those drones. Scourge being picked off here as well. And look at this. A messy defense here from Soma. sSak's execution looking absolutely brilliant. Stimming, getting back here. The Lurkers having a hard time getting through their own Sim City to defend. Maybe the Lurkers can, like, stop him from losing the whole base, but the Spire goes down. One of the most important tech buildings. sSak really in control here. Coming up now with some more Irradiates. Just hitting anything that he possibly can. Keeping this group of bios still alive. Only 1 dropship. Looks like it's going to make its way out. sSak continuing to macro. I think he is going to want to take another base. 4th, getting ready since he has that Bioforce there. These poor Zerglings with only 1 upgrades against these 3-2 Marines. They have absolutely no shot in the world. A Defiler walks its way over, and that does not work out for it. Oh, another vessel does get picked off. So many Lings coming down, and look at that. Trying to lay these mines to stop incoming Lurkers and whatnot. But he will get one down underneath that Darkstorm. So Soma will stabilize this for a moment, but more Irradiates are coming up. The Lurker, the Defiler, both getting zapped. A couple more Lurkers coming here as well. And look at the supply, actually. We have more drones now than SCVs. And only an 18 supply advantage for sSak. I don't even know what to say about this. This is very impressive. Okay, he's getting Wraith energy on the control tower. That has to be a mistake. I don't know what the hell is going on. Anyways. Looks like trying to bust through here with the defense matrix. Not many Lings left over. And of course, again, these 3-2 upgrades doing so well. The Lings did get +2 carapace, which is nice, but the Marines up 2 upgrades, which is gigantic in StarCraft. So the Darkstorm coming down may be able to save him for now. A couple Fire Bats coming up and joining the fray. Not quite enough for the amount of Lings, it seems. Leg goes down. And it looks like the hatchery is going to get popped. So another nice pick off here. But now their supply is equalized. It's just something to throw out there. But one of the big problems for Soma is that he is running out of gas. So look, this is empty. 32 gas left. It will be in just a second. And this one is going to be empty relatively soon. A couple minutes. So that is a bit of an issue. Like, that 4th gas you need for a lot of reasons, not the least of which is you're gonna run dry at the other bases and only be able to produce Zerglings, basically. Couple Ultras up here. Putting a bit of damage onto that Defiler. sSak has taken another base. Love to see him take that gas as well. Let's take a look at his main. Oh, Battle Cruiser time. Switching that tech up a little bit. Battle Cruiser's so powerful in the late game against Zerg. Ultra's starting to come out for Soma. Another mass dropship attack coming in. He's remade quite a few. It's actually not as many units in these dropships this time, but he will go ahead, eliminate that Lurker. Some Ultras as well as a Defiler coming up. So I think Soma will technically hold on here. But the position still looks pretty good for sSak, I have to say. sSak just with so many bases at the moment. Barely holding on. The long-distance mining still occurring. Of course, this did get cleared up. You know, when you see Ultra Defiler coming up, a drop is going to have absolutely no chance to stay alive. Boy, I hope we got that Wraith energy done. I think he must have been trying to, like, upgrade Yamato Cannon or possibly even Battlecruiser energy. Anything is better than Wraith energy. That is an upgrade you don't even get in Terran vs. Terran. Alright, so Ultraling's starting to come out a little bit. Now, based on the supply, there's actually still chances here for Soma. He needs this security, can't lose it again. He needs another base immediately. You actually see him taking it right now. Of course, he knows what he needs better than I do. But he's got a lot of Ultraling. Well, not a lot, but the supplies overall aren't that high right now. So this is a little bit wasteful, but this attack, like, it buys time for this, right? He clears out the Marines that are here. The Lings with that crack upgrade and 2-2 are going to be able to clear this super, super fast. So this is very annoying. This base is not going to be mining momentarily. Plague has gone down on a group of bio over here. And, like, yeah, this is pretty impressive from Soma, right? Because suddenly sSak has, okay, you're mining here a little bit. This is basically dry. Your third base is healthy, yeah. But his actual army size is not that large. And that's the thing, like, you can play with very small army sizes for a while until Ultraling Defiler is out. Then it's a little bit tough. Now, he throws down the Darkstorm, actually picks off the command center before it can actually get lifted off. Oh my god! Is Soma gonna have a real comeback here? Absolutely wild. That command center dying is actually such a pain. I guess he does have a couple over here. He's really got to focus on getting these bases mining and continuously mining. And walking out with a group like this, like, look at this, right? You have this medic that has basically no energy, and then a bunch of Marines that have been plagued before. This will die to Lings. This will die to, like, 1 Ultra and 10 Lings. Well, maybe a little bit more than that, but seriously, that's it. GG Soma with the sickest comeback takes it for Zerg.